Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 36 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel as Pride FC in the year 2004 now, as it is Pride FC's America Bushido 5 just right around the corner here. As we have, obviously, we're going to look through our mail and whatnot, as I will start all the way at the bottom of some extensions: Joe Rogan, John Fitch, Hideko Yoshida has joined Takada Dojo. Daniel Grace, who extended his contract, which that might not have been the smartest of ideas, as feel like all the Gracies, from Crosley, Daniel, fucking Henzo, and even Hoist, probably shouldn't even be extended, as he's 1-3. He's just lost to Lil Nog at Final Conflict. But then Carlos Newton, the welterweight champion, the first ever Pride FC welterweight champion of the world, has joined TriStar Gym. As Little Nog rather, but it's a big Nog, but Little Nog has joined Budokan Luta Livre, as that's fun. We signed some people, I wouldn't say developmental contracts, but they are, basically developmental contracts, as they're both going to be in rings. Benji Radic and Kendall Grove, obviously, fucking, it's the Ultimate Fighter Season 3, I want to say? Might have been 2, but it was either 2 or 3. I always liked Kendall Grove. I thought he had crazy potential. He was 6'5" as a middleweight, just a tall son of a bitch. 6'6" as a middleweight, just a tall bastard. But I don't, just never really put it all together. As maybe he'll put it all together here in this simulation. As Kazuki Vegeta has left Presta. Tetsuji Kato has left Takada Dojo. John Fitch leaving Gracie Jiu-Jitsu to join Greg Jackson's mixed martial arts, which that's probably the better idea. Andrei Smirnov, Semnov rather, as Andrei Semnov finally is in Pride after, man, all these fucking years, it seems like. I mean, he was someone I wanted on the short list back when this thing started. He was 5-3. He started off, he was 5-0. He lost his first 3 fights. One of them was against Andrei Arlovsky. Then he went on a hell of a streak here. We signed him into rings after he was an M1 in Mecca. And he's had some great fights in rings, either from great to good, only one average. But I mean, he's beaten Evan Tana. He's lost to Matt Serra, and he's lost to Amar Soloff, which is the rings middleweight champion. And he also has beaten Valentino Reim, so that's fun. He's going to be... It's kind of weird because you've seen him. He's fought a lot of heavyweight guys, but he's the 9th middleweight in the world. So we're going to keep him middleweight, 15-5, the White Shark. And he's going to be a fucking problem from St. Petersburg, Russia. As we have a lot of Russians in the heavyweight division. Now we're gonna have a Russian in the middleweight division. I believe he's boxing sambo style too, if I remember correctly. Let's click on him again. Yeah, just sambo style. Yeah, I mean he's gonna be a fucking problem. As Paul Daly extended his contract, Tetsuji Kato joined Baresta. We signed Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes, weird enough, is gonna be a middleweight, which I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but I mean. He's 11-5. We do need some middleweights. We have a lot of middleweights. Is kind of the problem, but not a lot of them have really made their debuts. If you're gonna look at the top 25, it's a lot of names from the past. But hopefully we can get some fucking new blood in there. This Andrei Simnov joined Team Avestein, as I think I'm gonna pronounce that. As we have all that mail. Now it's time to run the show as a non-title main event for this American 5 Bushido card. But still going to be a hell of a card nonetheless. I have a really great feeling about it. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we could have our heavyweight champion of the world be involved in Brazilian Bushido. Now that's a long ways away as we got the fucking high octane card. Then we have that. But, it's nonetheless the card as we'll run down. Hopefully quickly. As we have. It's in Hawaii too. That's fun. We're in the fucking island for this one. It's 2 of the best round fighters in the world. The babyface assassin, Josh Barnett and Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky. Josh Barnett's 15th, Arlovsky's 21st. That's kind of crazy that Andre Arlovsky's 21st in the world. But he's the fucking man, though. As Josh Barnett's main eventing a Pride event for the 4th time now. Arlovsky's won 3 of his last 5 fights by knockout. They're both teammates. They're both Miletich Fighting System, in the Miletich Fighting Systems, as we have, this is the first time they have fought. Barnett's going to enjoy a significant weight advantage. He's 7-0 on the Blurcats Epics. I think Andre Arlovsky, anytime he steps in this fucking ring, he's got a shot to win the goddamn thing, as he has a hell of a punch on him. It's got knockout power for days. It's the Gladiator, Greg Wiccan, taking on the Crazy Horse, Heath Herring, as Greg Wiccan has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. Greg is 7th in the heavyweights, as Heath Herring's 12th. Heath Herring has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision, so both have won 3 of the last 5 fights. The first time they have fought, Herring's enjoyed the significant weight advantage and reach advantage, an 8-inch reach advantage. It's close, though. This is the Pride debut of Greg Wiccan the Gladiator. He's done some great stuff in rings. We'll see what he can do here. It's a tough task, though. Heath Herring is a bad motherfucker, but it's close. Greg Wiccan has the slight advantage, clearing the Blurcat staff picks 4-3. A couple of wrestlers gonna wrestle their way into this one, as Guy the Sandman Massacre, Vitor the Phenom Belfort. As Vitor Belfort trains the Brazilian top team, Guy Massacre is 1-0, 0-0 against 0-1 rather. Jesus Christ, against other current members of that team. Massacre trains at Lion's Den, which Belfort is 1-0 against other current members of that team. Belfort is 10th in the middleweight division, while Guy Massacre is 18th. Belfort hasn't won a fight since April of 2002. He's had a tough go as of late for old Vitor Belfort. Kind of crazy how much of a I wouldn't say it's how great the middleweight division is. It's just kind of had a fight once a year. It's kind of been his deal, as he went from having, he had 3 fights in 1 year in November, or in 2001 rather. But to go from that to this, that's tough. That's tough to go into, fight once a year. Last win was against Ronald Zabral. He lost to Nate Marcotte and Jeremy Horn. We'll see how he does here against Guy Metzger. It seems like an easy win, but you never fucking knows. You see the betting odds have him as a large margin favorite, just to give Vitor a nice little win back to losing some tough fights. As the Predator, Don Fry, taking on the Boa Constrictor, Alexio Lennox. As Lennox has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. Don Fry's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, and both have won 3 of the last 5. First time they have fought, as Alexio Lennox has got the slight advantage, 5-2 on the Blurcat staff picks. And then Jake Shields versus Sean the Punisher Pearson, a welterweight fight. Pearson trains at Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. Jake Shields is 1-1 against other current members of that team. Jake Shields is 7th. Pearson is 9th. Pearson's won 3 of his last 5 fights by decisions. Very close, 4-3. Jake Shields has a slight advantage. As then the opener of this fight card, American Bushido 5, it's Matt the Terracera taking on the Muscle Shark, Sean Shirk. What a fucking fight this will be, as they're both outside the welterweight top 10. Matt Serra has an overall record of 0-1 against other current members of that team. Sean Shirk is 11th in the welterweight division. Matt Serra is 12th. First time they have fought, Sean Shirk's going to enjoy a significant weight advantage. And the Blurcat staff picks have Matt Serra 4-3. It's going to be tough for those fucking Blurcat staff people to choose in this welterweight division, because it's very tight-knit there for the most part, but really besides Matt Hughes. But, Tetsuya Kato beat Matt Hughes, so you never really know. It's still, those fresh divisions, it's kind of tough to kind of choose and to predict who's going to win out of these early matchups, for the most part. It's then Trey Trauma Tellingman taking on Frank Mir. They both haven't won a fight since the year 2002. September for Frank Mir, June for Tellingman. This is just got Frank Mir win written all over him. Frank Mir, tough going as of late. He lost, I want to say, his first fight in Pride. Yeah, and it was against Rafael Corino back in March by split decision. He then was injured. He was going to take on Fabricio Verdum, if I remember correctly. But the injuries caught up to him. The injuries happened. And he basically got all of basically the rest of 2003 and pretty much the rest of 2004. But now he's back. Trey Tellingman, on the other hand, has just the age and just kind of how the heavyweight division is. His last wins were against Alexander Usyk and Nobuyuki Takada, which, those guys have... Nobuyuki Takada had a winning record, I believe, when he retired, but Alexander Usyk is 3-10 the last time I remember. But, he's lost to Arlovsky, he's lost to Fabricio Verdum, he's lost to Keith Jardine in a catchweight fight back in Shockwave 2003. Got knocked out in 27 seconds. But we'll see what happens here. He's lost to Pedro Hizzo, UFC 20, Gary Goodrich, stuff like that. He's just had a tough go of it in Pride. But and Frank Mir's going to have a 6-inch reach advantage. This is going to be easy work for Frank Mir, probably. As we run the card now. Have fun. As this American Bushido 5, no titles on the line. Nothing of the sort. So we're kind of waiting. We have it's a high-octane card. we have, oh no, this happens every goddamn time. It just completely skipped over this prelim fight as it's Dong's Dun Gun Hyun Kim taking on Keitaro Nakamura. 3-1, 1-0, 6', 183, 5'11, 175, minus 290, plus 230, a welterweight division fight. They're both very fucking young, 20 years old, 22 years old, from Seoul, South Korea, from Tokyo, Japan. Herb Dean's our referee. They're a long way from home for this one. As round one begins, they touch gloves. They get up close, start wrestling for position. Kim manages to aggressively get a good position in the grapple there, as in the clinch. As Kim tries to wrestle Nakamura backwards up against the ropes. He manages it and controls Nakamura up against the ropes. As now, he's got him stuck against the ropes, looking for a judo-style throw. Kim uses a superb outside leg trip there. Now, he's got his back now with 9 minutes left in the fucking first round. Good luck, Kaito Nakamura, as Kim pounds away but is unable to land many clean shots. Now he's got a very tight body triangle now. There's some powerful shots getting in with the rights, but now none of the blows with any degree of damage. As now Kim lets Nakamura turn him over to get out of the body triangle, allows him to get in the mount though. As he pounds away, but Nakamura's in trouble by the strikes. Now he's trying to move Kim out of mount, but he's just still getting shots put on him. They're not landing any degree of power though, as Kim blocks the sweep. Pounds away, but Nakamura's in trouble by the strikes. He's trying to get him out of the mount, but he can't do it. Fires off some rights, but Nakamura's in trouble by them. As he tries to sweep from the bottom, but he gets rolled away instead, and now Kim has his back. As now he's got the body triangle. He's trying to get the body triangle, but Nakamura fight it off. He blocks the rollover. He pounds away with rights, but doesn't do much damage. He tries to turn over and sweep Kim, but he can't do it. Now he's got both hooks in. And now Nakamura's calmly dealing with him. More rights, but they fail to land any degree of power. Not taking any undue damage there. As all the blows are completely dealt with. Looking for the rear naked choke now. Doesn't allow the rear naked choke, does Nakamura. So he pounds away, but Nakamura calmly deals with him. Struggles against Kim, but cannot get himself free of the hooks. Pounds away with rights, but fails to land anything with any degree of power. So he tries to pound on Nakamura. All the blows are completely dealt with. That's the end of the first round. Obviously, all Dong Hyun Kim on the first round there. As Kaito Nakamura has a long way of getting out of this one. As that was all Dong Hyun Kim as. Kaito's going to have to finish the fight. He's going to win this one. It's that one-sided. As 5 minutes left in the fight, here we go. Kim steps in, grapples with his opponent there. Nakamura gets caught with a knee strike to the body. Got the judo-based throw now. But Nakamura defended it well and blocks it. Now Kim's trying to push him up against the ropes. He does so. Now he's pinned him to the ropes. There's another judo throw attempt. He gets that outside leg trip. It sweeps Nakamura down to the ground where he's left on his back, pulling half guard. It's now in half guard, deciding to keep him guessing with a couple of punches. So he tries to transition to full guard, but Kim blocks it. Again, just kind of tapping him with shots, not with any great force. Just trying to catch his breath now. Keeps him guessing with some punches. Nakamura gets some separation. He's trying to scramble. He may regret that choice, as it gives Kim the perfect opportunity to get side control. Minute left now. Not with any great force. He blocks the transition attempt. There's several clean shots now. And now he gives up his back to try to give up the... to not get knocked out there. Now he's landing several good shots again, but that's the end of the round and end of the fight. Your winner, unanimous decision, Dong Hyun Kim. Kaito Nakamura is going to be 3-2. Dong Hyun Kim is going to be 2-0. Because there we go. That's rated decent. Yeah, that was as one side as it gets. For our next prelim fight, I'm assuming is going to be, as Dong Hyun Kim thanks all of his sponsors for backing him, and also thanks his family, friends, and supporters surrounding his winning his debut fight in Pride. As I believe it's going to be Frank Mir and Trey Town. Yeah, it is. It has 9-6-1, 4-2. Yeah, the karate submission fighting style, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style of Frank Mir. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy fine stand minus 220, plus 170. So it is kind of close. It's a lot closer than what I would have assumed it would have been. Looking at the kind of prelims, but 9-6-1, 4-2. Both guys haven't won a fight since 2002. Time someone gets a win. Let's see what happens. Mario Yamasaki's our referee. Our judges. Bell rings. They touch gloves. Both fighters step in to strike. Tellingman misses the jab. Also has the right hand blocked. Frank Mir misses the right hand. An exchange of strikes sees both fighters fail to land anything significant. A punch from Tellingman fails to land. Mir gets a hold of Tellingman, not having to have taken even one shot while coming in. Looking for the trip takedown. He gets the outside leg trip. As Frank Mir now in side control, throws a couple of punches designed to keep him guessing. He's trying to get himself in the mount. Frank Mir takes his back instead as Tangman rolled over, then rather get mounted. As now he's blocking Frank Mir from getting both hooks in. He blocks the attempt to roll him off his back as he's trying to increase the pressure in his control by getting the body triangle, but again, Tangman fights it off, and again, Frank Mir blocks the roll. It's just a fucking tick for tat. Tagman's blocking the hooks, and Mayer's blocking the roll. So again, we got the same thing. He can't get the hooks in. He can't get the turnover. As he blocks it, the body triangle, blocks the sweep, just fucking back and forth. As can't get the hooks in, blocks the roll. There we go. Mario Yamasaki finally stands him back up. They engage in the center. Tangman misses the right hand, the big right hand, putting him off balance, allowing Frank Mir to attack with a left jab and a good right hand. They engage in the center. Tangman finds his right cross blocked. There's a right hand that's blocked. Then there's an exchange of strikes at relatively close range, but nothing really lands. As Tangman clinches, he's breathing hard and may need a moment to recover. He's trying to push Tangman so that his back is up against the ropes. He does so. Now Tangman's stuck with his back to the ropes. There's a knee to the thigh, but Tangman uses wrestling to prevent it. As there's a knee strike to the ribs. And Tangman has pressed up against the ropes now. They spend the next minute in that position, ending each other with short punches to the body and the side of the head. Another breakup from Mario Yamasaki. Frank Mir is starting to breathe a little heavier now. They meet in the center. They start to strike. There's a right hand that's blocked. He can't connect with the right hand. 60 seconds left in this first round. Tangman stalks forward, pressuring Frank Mir. Mir hits a jab in the exchange. There's a nice straight from Tangman with a jab. As Tangman closes the distance, obviously looking to strike. There's a quick 1-2, but doesn't land either blow. They come together and strike. As he misses the right cross, leaves him over the counter. Tangman attacks with a quick left jab and a right cross that just missed, and that's the end of the first round. Man, when it was on the ground, obviously Frank Mir, with the takedown, had control of the fight pretty much. Tangman was blocking the hooks in, though, and he really survived. He was doing a great job standing with them. This is pretty close, slight edge to Frank Mir. But this, with this second round, Tangman has a great second round. He could win the fight. As that's the bell. Tangman initiates exchange of strikes. Mir fires off a counter jab. He connects to the jab, but Frank Mir avoids the big right. There's a forcing exchange of strikes. There's a counter jab, but it misses. There's a 1-2, but Mir was equal to it. He's starting to slow down a touch this straight to Tangman, perhaps conserving low energy. They exchange a few strikes when nothing significant happens. They step in and strike. Tangman misses the right hand. Allowing Frank Mir to counter with a left hook. They meet in the center, start to strike. Tangman hits a left cross. He misses the jab, but he scores with a massive right hook to the jaw. This Frank Mir, and he knocks him down with that one. Tangman hits the mat. That shot has rocked him. He moves in quickly. This Frank Mir, kneeling beside Tangman, starts hammering down with punches as he's hitting several big shots. As he's trying to move from side control to mount now. As he rolls to the side to try to escape the mount, only giving up his back now. He can't get the both hooks in. As now, it's all Frank Mir. He's got the knockdown. He's secured the round. He's got 2:16 left. He's just can stay in control this whole round. He wins the fight. He's trying to get him off his back. It's successful as Frank Mir loses the back position. Both fighters scramble back to their feet. As now, Tangman's got to knock him out to win this one at this point. Tangman hits a 2-punch combination, a quick left and a straight right. As he hits a left jab and also a good right hand. As he's dazed him with that last shot. He's backing up off against the ropes. He's trying to cover up. He's dazed and unsteady. He's trying to hit a massive right hand, but Tangman avoided it. As he's circling back to the center, Tangman looks like he's regained his composure. There's a few deep breaths now from Frank Mir, starting to get into the deeper reaches of the gas tank. A minute left in the round. He's drained. He's just coming in for the takedown as Frank Mir. He almost stopped the takedown, but he's left hopping on one leg while Mir has to hold the other one. As he can't get him down, so he's just pushing him up against the ropes. An ugly but effective tactic. As Frank Mir is just pressuring Tangman up against the ropes, slowly wearing him down. As the rest of the round passes by something of a stalemate, neither fighter is being able to improve their position or gain an advantage. Your winner by unanimous decision, Frank Mir, is going to be 5-2. Tangman's going to be 9-7-1. At 39 years old, that's tough. As maybe he'll end out his career as with a winning record. If I was him, I would just retire now. As giving thanks, Frank Mir praises his team at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy, his various sponsors, and the fans who came out supporting the interview. Asked who would be interested in fighting next year. Replied said Rafael Carino would be a tough challenge, but one they'd be interested in trying. He wants the rematch, from what I remember, as they had a fight way back when. I believe it was Frank Mir and Rafael Carino, as Now to the main card. It's Matt Terracera taking on the Muscle Shark, Sean Shirk. Wrestling background, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, 7-4, 12-4-1, no contest. Henzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, minus 110, plus 100, very, very close, both 5'6". Sean Shirk's got 13 pounds on him, as we will see how this one plays out here. So Mario Yamasaki standing out there, he's our referee. We're underway. Sean Shirk has shoots him with a takedown. Sarah partially defends it. He's left hopping on one foot while Shirk has to hold the other one. Is unable to complete the takedown. Shirk instead pushes Sarah up against the ropes. Trying to maintain control using his wrestling skills, but Sarah works enough space so he can pull clear and circle out rather, as Sarah fails to find home his jab, but he lands a right cross that lands hard. Throws a punch, but Shirk was equal to it. It looked like we were about to see a shot from Shirk, but Sarah was more aggressive, took the initiative, as he connects with a nice jab and then catches Shirk with a crunching right hook. He fails to find home his jab and then lands a big right hand, as man, showing great speed and great jaw from fucking Sean Shirk. He's getting fucked up, it sounds like, but he keeps on staying with it. There's a shooting in for the takedown. He gets over the leg, but Matt Sarah remains standing, hopping on the other one. So the 0-for-2 on takedowns as Sean Shirk is pushing him up against the ropes. Looking to maintain his control via his wrestling skills, but Sarah works enough space to pull clear and circle out. Appeared to be going to try and get in close, but Sarah took the initiative first, and there's another crunching right hook. There's another shoot in with a takedown, another step, as Matt Sarah remains standing, hopping only the other foot, looking to push him up against the ropes. And now he's turning him enough so he can't escape away from the ropes, though, as Matt Sarah, as now a jab is wide from Sarah, and he scores the right cross. There's a cut underneath his eye, as they can't connect with the slip strikes, and he lands the big right hand. As Shirk's wanting the grapple, comes in forward. Oh, I hit it too many times. Comes forward, willing to risk a few shots to get in to close the distance. As he hits a left jab, he catches Shirk with a low kick to the front leg. There's a takedown attempt from Shirk, and he finally gets the takedown. It's complete. Matt Sarah's on his back playing half guard. As he's 1-4 on takedowns. He's in half guard now. He throws a couple of punches designed to keep Matt Sarah guessing. He blocks the attempt did move from half guard to full guard. Shirk keeps Sarah guessing with a few quick strikes. He blocks Sarah as he tries to transition to full guard. He starts trying to work to get out of half guard into a better position. A pass attempt results in a scramble for the position as Sarah tries to get back up. The scramble leaves Shirk tied up with Sarah behind him as he pounds away on Shirk rather. This Matt Sarah landing several clean shots in the process, but not many. Process some right hand. Shirk has no trouble with him. He takes the opportunity to stand up, albeit under back control, as Sarah lets go of him. Gets away from Shirk, apparently unhappy with this position. As Mario Yamasaki pauses the fight to check on the cut. Doctor seems happy that the cut isn't going to be an issue. We restart it. As perhaps starting to slow down a touch as Matt Sarah, conserving a little energy there. As he can't connect with the jab, but in hits Sean Shirk rather with a beautiful right uppercut, and he knocks him down with that one. Finally, he gets a knockdown. I feel like Matt Sarah was not just basically every shot he had was just a beauty of a shot. He senses victory. He starts unloading with some punches. He's barely able to defend himself as Sean Shirk. As Mario Yamasaki has to stand in there, stop the fight, jump in there before someone dies. As Matt Sarah gets the win by TKO, 8-4 now. Sean Shirk, 12-5-1, no contest. What a great fight that really was. That was a hell of a fight for the welterweight division too. As Matt Sarah gives the name check to everyone at Henzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, all the various sponsors and the friends, family, supporters. Invites everyone to a post-show winners party at a local club to celebrate his win. There's no doubt that Matt Sarah benefits from being interviewed. He knows the value of building a name value there. As now on to the next fight. Another welterweight fight. Jake Shields versus Sean the Punisher. As wow, taking forever to load this. Get on you, son bitch. We wait. Hopefully it didn't. Imagine if it fucking froze. That'd be tough. That would be tough. I've never seen it wait this long. I must have something running in the background or something. There we go. As Sean the Punisher Pearson taking on Jake Shields. 14-3, 11-2, minus 110, minus 140. This is as close as it gets. San Francisco, California, Ontario, Canada. 6'1", 183, 5'11", 183. 25 years old, 27 years old. Another Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wrestling clash here. It should be a hell of a contest. Mario Yamasaki is the referee. Our judges. Mario Yamasaki is back out there again for this third fight. Round one begins. Shield moves in. gets in the clinch. He's trying to push Pearson so his back is against the ropes. He does so, and he's pinning him now. He's strapped him up against the ropes. Minute or so hitting each other with short punches to the body and the side of the head. Looking for a sweep now. Doesn't stay. Stops the attempt to trip, then uses wrestling to take control of the grapple, too. Hell of a job by Sean Pearson. It's ugly, but it's an efficient tactic as Pearson's pressing, Jesus, as Shields up against the ropes and slowly wearing him down. Next minute becomes a stalemate as neither fighter risks leaving a crucial opening so the other can exploit it. As again, he carries all that weight on him. As they remain there for the next minute, doing little other than throwing the occasional short punches. Mario Yamasaki breaks it back up as they get close and they get in the clinch. As now Pearson works his way into a dominant position. Then, using his wrestling skills, Pearson is trying to push Shields up against the ropes. He does so, and now he's back up against the ropes. Looks to try to maintain control via his wrestling skills, but Shields proves to be too good and manages to turn them around so that he's now in the dominant position halfway into the first round. As, now Pearson's now too good and manages to turn them around so that he's in the dominant position. This is just tick for fucking tack here, as now he's trapped him up against the ropes. Next minute or so in that position, they hit each other with short punches to the body and the side of the head. Another stalemate brings him back to the center. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in, Jake Shields timed it well, moved in to start to clinch. As wanting to take him down to the ground, Shields attempts to drag Pearson down to his guard. He does so. Now Pearson's now on the ground in his guard. He tries to sweep Pearson, but he can't do it. Pearson throws a few weak-looking punches, decides his next move. He fires off a few punches. He smothers Shields now with a body pressing downwards. He's just basically laying and praying at this point to end out the first round. As he doesn't posture up, instead using small strikes while keeping his head on his opponent's chest. He can't sweep him, and that's the end of the first round. What a close contest. Slight edge to Sean Pearson. It's still close, though. Jake Shields could definitely somehow sway this one if it's a dominant second round. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, that was a boring-ass fight for sure. As we'll see the next round, see if it gets any more exciting. I doubt it. As Shields gets in close clinches with Pearson, trying to push him up against the ropes. Doesn't let himself be pushing back, though, Sean Pearson. As now he's trying to muscle Shields up against the ropes. He doesn't go anywhere, though. Pearson tries to take Shields down. Doesn't work, though. Shields defended against it well. Using his wrestling skills, Pearson's trying to push Shields up against the ropes. Doesn't manage it, though. Shields defends it well. Now he's trying to muscle Shields up against the ropes. He does so. Now he's got him pinned. Trying to smother him. But he reverses it, does Jake Shields. Now he pushes Pearson up against the ropes instead. Looking for the trip takedown. He can't get it, though. Looking for it again. He gets it this time, though. And superb outside leg trip. As now he fires a few punches, catches his breath. Throws a few strikes, slowing things down. He blocks a attempt to pull guard. Throws a few strikes there without venom. There's a few right hands to the body. A few wick-looking punches as he decides his next move. As he blocks the attempt to pull guard. Pounds away, but Pearson isn't troubled by the strikes. He blocks Pearson. He tries to transition to guard. And that is the end of the second round. Was it enough for Jake Shields to win? I think so. I'm going to give it, I would say, split decision, Jake Shields. Wow. Okay, unanimous decision, Sean Pearson. As, that was a very piss-poor fight. Yeah, let's move on. As 12-2 for Sean Pearson, 14-4 Jake Shields. As he giving thanks, Sean Pearson praises his team at Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, his various sponsors, and the fans who came to support him. Gives a show of respect to his opponent. Let's see how long this one takes. Okay, that was very quick. As the Predator Don Fry taking on the boa constrictor Alexei Olenek as 14-4, 15-6. Very close on the records. 38 years old, 27 years old. That is where the similarities end, though, the records. As from Tucson, Arizona, from Moscow, Russia. Both 6'1", 235, 230, Sambo, Judo, wrestling, boxing. This is going to be a hell of a fight here. I can't wait to see it. Herb Dean's our referee. Our ringside judges. We are underway. Lennox takes 8 seconds before he shoots into the takedown. He almost got away with him, and not quite. He's left hopping while Alexei Olenek holds onto the other leg. As now he's trying up against the ropes. He's looking to try to maintain and control via his wrestling skills, but Don Fry works enough space, and then he's able to clear and circle out, rather. Looking for the takedown yet again now. But Fry almost got away with him, and not quite, though. As again, he's left hopping on one leg. As he settles for pushing him against the ropes as Alexei Olenek's trying to get the takedown. He can't get it, though. Fry blocks it, turns it, so now Alexei Olenek's the one against the ropes. Dirty boxing skills now as gets a lynx, but his opponent wrestling skills prevent any damage from happening. This is just the night of stalemates here, Jesus. As Alexia Lennox waits for Fry to try and throw some strikes, but quickly turns him, creating enough space to escape from the ropes. There's a takedown attempt as Fry almost stops the takedown, but is left hopping on one leg while Alexia Lennox holds the other one as now drives Fry up against the ropes. With the ropes trapping Fry, Alexia Lennox looks to try and take him down by going low and taking out both legs. He can't get Fry down to the ground, though. Dropping down, Alexia Lennox gears a leg and starts looking for the takedown. Fry is left hopping on one leg, looking for balance. He finally gets a single leg as he drags Fry down to the ground. He's left in half guard. As he pounds away, and a couple of heavy shots get through and rocked on Fry. Begins trying to get his leg free out of half guard to get in a better position. He's got side control now. There's a knee strike to the ribs. Looking to get in the mount. He's in mount now with 5 minutes left. This is tough for Don Fry. Fires off a few punches as he catches his breath. Still trying to catch his breath. As he's now, again, just trying to catch his goddamn breath. Keeps it going with his... Oh my god, how many strikes you gonna throw before you just run out of breath? To fucking... You gotta bring them back up to their feet now. Lennox is starting to breathe a little heavier now. He steps in looking to unleash. As Lennox is backing off, hits a weak left hand. Throws a quick punch but doesn't hit it. There's another takedown attempt as he... Fry almost stops the takedown, but it's left hopping on one leg, while Lennox holds the other one now, as Lennox drives Fry up against the ropes. Is showing his ability to exert control, Alexia Lennox smothers Fry up against the ropes. Next 30 seconds or so, sees them engage in close quarters dirty boxing, as Lennox looks to try and maintain control via his wrestling skills, but Fry works enough space that he can pull clear and circle out. Fry comes in looking to strike. He fails to find home his jab, but then hits a beauty of a straight right. There's a minute left now. Don Fry comes in looking to strike. He hits a left jab, then hits a Lennox with a beauty of a straight right. Now he's slowing down a bit, as there's a there's a takedown, but it doesn't happen as he can't complete it, but he does end up hopping on one leg as Don Fry is pushed up against the ropes, looking for the takedown again. Again he stops. Don Fry, God bless you, sir. 1 for 9 on takedowns is Alexia Lennox, but he probably still won the fight, even going 1 for 9 on takedowns. He just, the fucking exertion, the fucking just, this man, when he was in mount, it wasn't even a mount, when he was just pounding away, he was doing a great fucking job as, my God, just a hell of a job there by Alexia Lennox to just keep the pressure going, even when he was running out of gas, as, yeah, that was an exciting fucking round for sure. As final round now, see what happens as Lennox looked like he was about to shoot him, but for Don Fry, it simply took the initiative first. There's a beauty of a straight right. Takedown attempt. 1 for 10 down on the takedown attempts. Don Fry hops in place now. Lennox instead pushes Fry up against the ropes. Drops down, wraps his arms around his opponent's legs, looking to try and take down. Again, Don Fry, 1 for 11. Stopping the takedown. Is he going to go for 1 for 12? He is. 1 for 12. 1 for 13. No, he gets it. 2 for 13, I believe. Or no, maybe 2 for 12. I've even lost count now at this point. As Lennox has the takedown, gets side control out of it. Looks to get the mount. He can't get it, but instead Don Fry rolls over. So now he's preventing the body triangle. He blocks Fry as he tries to roll over. Look for the rear naked choke. He fights off the rear naked choke. He can't turn him over as he fights off the body triangle. Alexia Lennox is breathing very, very hard now. He tries to roll, but he doesn't budge with Lennox. A minute left in the fight. Looking for the rear naked choke. Don Fry defends it. He blocks Fry again. As that is the end of the fight. End of the fucking round. Jesus Christ. As, man. It's kind of crazy. Only 1 punch was thrown in that 5 minutes. I'd almost have to give that to Don Fry. Now that's kind of crazy to say. As, he was 1 for 4 on takedowns. He stopped damn near every takedown. He couldn't get the rear naked choke. I'd have to give that to Don Fry that round. I know that's probably not what people want to hear, but he was just a fucking warrior, man. He just kept on surviving. He kept on blocking fucking takedowns. But Alexia Lennox gets the win there. It makes sense, but you gotta give respect to Don fucking Fry, man. He just kept on stopping every goddamn takedown. Alexia Lennox just refused to give up, as he's now 16-6. Don Fry 14-5. As given thanks, he praises Team Vestian as his various sponsors and the fans who came to support him. It's now Guy the Sandman Metzger versus Vitor the Phenom Belfort as 26-14-2. Vitor Belfort is 10-6, 26 years old, 36 years old. Both guys could desperately use a win here. See what happens. As refereeing this battle is Big John McCarthy. Our judges, as Metzger moves around, keeping warm as the instructions are made, he looks ready to go. We are underway. As they touch gloves, they engage. As Metzger slips past the left hook attempt and attacks with the left jab and the hook to the body that fails to land. He can't hit the step left jab and he scores with the right cross. As Belfort grabs Metzger, he catches Metzger with a knee strike to the body as they grapple. Now he's trying to push him up against the ropes. As Metzger defended it well, though, as there's another knee strike to the body, trying to push him up against the ropes. He does so. Now he's got him pinned to the ropes. Looks for a foot stomp, but Metzger works enough space so that he can clear out and circle. As they exchange strikes, but nothing really happens. They engage in the center. He dodges the left hand and counterattacks with a jab and a right hand that narrowly fails to connect. As there's a left jab, but finds nothing but air with a big right. Comes forward, walking down Belfort. Belfort fires off a counter jab. He throws a quick one too, but doesn't hit either of them. He comes in apparently willing to take some hits if it means getting close enough to grapple. There's a jab as wide from Metzger, then he hits a nice straight right hand. Without taking too much damage, Belfort is able to clinch with Metzger. Belfort hits Metzger with a knee strike to the body as they grapple. Using his wrestling skills, Belfort is trying to push Metzger up against the ropes. Belfort does it. Metzger is stuck with his back to the ropes now, looking for the trip takedown. There's a superb outside leg trip. Gives up his back off the takedown. There's a powerful shot after powerful shot now. Metzger's in big trouble. TKO win for Vitor Belfort there as he wins. Gets that win they desperately needed at 5:03 in the first round. It's rated good too. So now he's 11-6. He's 26-15-2 for a guy the Sandman Metzger. As he name checks everyone connected to the Brazilian tap team and goes through his sponsors one by one. He thanked God for inspiring him, and as he praised Metzger for the tough fight. Now coming event time, the Gladiator, Greg Wicken, taking on the Texas Crazy Horse, Heath Herring. In the Pride Heavyweight Division now, 12-4, 18-5, -110, -110, 6'4", 245, 6'2", 225, 28 years old, 26 years old. Buffalo, Minnesota, Amarillo, Texas. Fucking, he's at the Terry Funk fucking double cross ranch, you kidding? As the referee is Herb Dean. Golden Glory team punishment. Our judges. Round 1 begins. They touch gloves, they clinch, and now Wicken aggressive gets the dominant position. He's trying to push Herring up against the ropes. He can't do it though. He ends up being out wrestled in the grapple. Tries to wrestle Wicken backwards up against the ropes. Doesn't let himself be driven backwards though as he gains dominant position in the Wicken now looking to muscle Herring back up against the ropes. He does so. He's pinned him to the ropes. Now exerts total control, keeping Herring smothered against the ropes. 60 seconds goes by, with something of a stalemate happening, neither fighter being able to improve their position or generate any advantage. Wicken looks to try and maintain control via his wrestling skills, but Herring proves too good and manages to turn them around so that he's in the dominant position now, showing good control. Herring keeps Wicken stuck against the ropes. Herring and Wicken remain up against the ropes for the next minute or so, not doing little other than the occasional short punches, with the fighters remaining stuck against the ropes for quite a while now. Referee Herb Dean restarts them back at the center. They get closer and clinch. And it looks like Wicken has gotten the better of the clinch. Wicken is looking to muzzle Herring up against the ropes. He can't do it, though, as it's, again, another stalemate as Herring gets a more dominant position. Now he's looking to muscle Wicken up against the ropes. So he does so, and he's pinned him to the ropes. Wicken wrestles back against Herring, turning him around, so now he has his back to the ropes. Wicken exerts total control, keeping Herring smothered against the ropes. Next 60 seconds of some grueling grappling here. Both fighters are looking to avoid leaving in any openings, as he's pretty much trapped there thanks to the control that Wicken is exerting there. As some grueling up-close short strikes a rough minute or so again, breaking them back up, back to the center. They have the same idea. They come together and clinch. Wicken wrestles away into a dominant position in the grapple. Using his wrestling skills, Wicken is trying to push Herring up against the ropes. He does so now. Herring is stuck with his back to the ropes. And again, Wicken leans all of his weight up against Herring, pressing Jesus at him against the ropes. As the next 60 seconds or so becomes a stalemate, as neither fighter risks leaving an opening, crucial opening that the other could exploit. As there's a hard foot stomp there. As now there's another stomp. A minute left in the first round. Another hard foot stomp. As he's trying to smother Herring now, but he reverses it. Now he's got him up against the ropes. Referee Herb Dean decides that the grappling contest has gone on a little too long. Again, restarting it for the third time. They have the same idea. They come together. They clinch. Wicken again aggressively gets good position in the grapple, and now he's trying to push him up against the ropes. He does so, now his back is stuck to the ropes. There's a looking for the hard foot stomp, but takes the opportunity to turn them around so that he's in the dominant position. That's the end of the first round. What a fucking back and forth grappling contest. The Gladiator, Greg Wicken, looks to be in control so far. We'll see what happens in this second round. So far, he has he won that round for sure. See if he can keep it up. As that's the bell. As he steps in, works his way in dominant position in the clinch. They're trying to push him backwards against the ropes, but he couldn't do it though. Herring fought it. As he's looking to muscle Herring backwards up against the ropes again, he does so this time. Now he's pinned him, and he's unable to get free. Next 30 seconds rather, sees them doing very little other than the occasional short punch to the body. Keeps them trapped there, as there's a minute or so of each other just hitting each other with short punch to the body and the side of the head. Halfway now, again, Herb Dean breaks up for the fourth time. Wiccan's still moving well, but he's definitely breathing a little deeper now, as he's, for the first time, Heath Herring is breathing as deep as he is, as both fighters seem to have the same idea. They come together and clinch. Wiccan has the control of the clinch. He's looking to muscle him up. He can't do it though, as Herring gets the more dominant position in the clinch. Now he's trying to wrestle Wiccan up against the ropes. He does so, and now body-to-body contact. He's wearing him down, pressing up against him, leaning all his weight on him. Some grueling grappling between the two for the next 60 seconds, turning him around so now his back is against the ropes. That's the end of the fucking second round, the end of the fight. Greg Wiccan again, slight advantage on the jabs and the punches, so there is another win for Greg Wiccan, and his debut fight is a win for Greg Wiccan. 13-4 is going to be, 18-6 is going to be Heath Herring. There's unanimous decision for Greg Wiccan. Huge win. Is another, just an awful fight. Just, when we have two wrestlers, this has just been the night of just wrestlers and ground offense. I don't think there's been a couple of TKOs. There hasn't been any flash knockout yet. Don't think it's going to happen in this main event either, as Greg Wiccan wins. As thanks to everyone connected to Team Punishment for having prepared for the fight. Then the sponsors for supporting him financially, celebrates his Pride debut victory and says he's already looking forward to the next one. It's main event time. We'll see how long we have to wait for. Okay, we're right here. As Andrei Arlovski taking on the babyface assassin Josh Barnett. As it is main event time, 16-4, 10-4, 6-4, 235, 6'3", 250, 26-year-old, 25 years old, Seattle, Washington, Chicago, Illinois. The catch wrestling style, sambo boxing style, both the Militich fighting system. People as -400 for Josh Barnett, +300 for Andrei Arlovski. Big John McCarthy is our referee, our judges. Round one begins. They touch gloves. Arlovski throws a punch, but Barnett avoids it. Barnett moves in fast, clinches with Arlovski, hits Arlovski with a knee strike to the body as they grapple, trying to push Arlovski so his back is up against the ropes. He manages it and controls Arlovski up against the ropes, trying to force Arlovski into a Muay Thai clinch. He can't get it though. Arlovski blocks it. Now he's trying for it again. Arlovski blocks it. Some dirty boxing now, but Arlovski is aware of the danger and uses wrestling to prevent any thing from happening. There's a hard foot stomp as Arlovski gets caught with a knee strike to the side of the stomach. Looking for some dirty boxing. Again, Arlovski using his wrestling to prevent any damage from happening. Trying to get into the Muay Thai clinch. You can't get that Muay Thai clinch again. But John McCarthy breaks them back up. Back to the center they go. Steps forward looking to strike. Looks to pressure Barnett, stepping into the pocket. As he can't connect with the jab, he catches Barnett with a crunching right hook. As he looks very tentative as Josh Barnett pokes out a quick jab that hits. As he then scores the right to the body. Can't hit the jab. He stalks Barnett, forcing him back into the corner. There's a jab exchange. There's a 1-2, but Barnett was equal to it. Warily circling, looking for the opening, and needs to initiate some grappling. There's another crunching right hook, and he gets it. He's covering up now. Barnett backs off as he is hurt with that one. And there's a right hand through the guard, sending Barnett to the canvas with a knockdown. He senses his victory is near as he's unloading with massive rights, and Barnett is getting fucked up. Big John McCarthy steps in and stops the fight. Andrei Arlovski wins by TKO. Don't count out Andrei Arlovski. Don't do it. +300. I would have put money on this man. That's how much. I mean, he just needs one punch. It's all he needs, and he can knock somebody down or knock him out. Did it here tonight. Gets the win. 11-4. 16-5 for Josh Barnett. And fucking Andrei Arlovski. Talk about a man on a mission. Last time he's lost was Fedor Emelianenko. And Fedor, he's got a big time fight next at Pride. I think it's 29. Might be Pride 29. It's high octane. I know that much. But what a fucking hell of a performance by Andrei Arlovski. They're getting a win. Huge win. Huge win for Andrei Arlovski. Other thanks, Andrei Arlovski praises his team at Militich Fighting Systems. It is very responsive to the fans who came out to support him. As what a main event to kind of cover up from a somewhat lackluster card. There were some good fights. I love the Don Fry Alessio Oleinik fight. The Matt Serra, Sean Strick fight was fun. Even the Vitor Belfort Guy Metzger fight was interesting. But yeah, they're just Greg Wiccan and Heath Herring. Those kind of two guys are very, very similar. So that was going to happen. And Jake Shields, Sean Pearson, again, two guys very, very similar. So you knew that was going to happen. But still, critical rating of 70. Commercial rating of 76. That's tough. But I can't believe it actually got that high of a critical rating. But we got 602,000 at the gate. We probably lost Pop in Japan. Yep, sure did. But we increased 0.6 in America, +1 in Russia, +1.5 in the UK and Australia. How fun. And so that will do it for this episode here on the channel as WMMA 5, as it is the American Bushido 5 card is in the books for this. Here in Hawaii is now, we're marching towards, we only got 3 shows left in 2004. We got the High Octane card, we got the Brazilian Bushido card, and of course we have the Shockwave card. Man, what 3 shows those are going to be. Already the High Octane card. That card's going to be fucking crazy, as we gotta wait patiently we gotta wait. But that card is going to be fantastic. Fedor and Igor is not even the main. It's the co-main. The main is Dan Anderson, Chuck Liddell. We have Rampage Jackson and Anderson Silva. I'm trying to think what else is on that card. I don't think Carlos Newton and Matt Hughes is on that card, but Matt Hughes and Carlos Newton is going to fight at the Shockwave card. I know that much. I think that's it's either going to be the Shockwave card or the High Octane card. Kind of forgot. It might be that stacked that it has the fucking Matt Hughes and Carlos Newton fight. But my God, that is going to be, at least as far as the Pride event goes, Pride events, that might be the best event that we are going to have in 2004. Maybe even the best card that we'll ever have. As far as like that's some big time fights. We shall see, though. I mean, we've had some great cards throughout this 4 years, but man, I can't believe that American Bushido card just had 70 on the critical rating. I figured it was good, but I didn't think it was that good. That was a fun upset, though. Oh fucking Andre Arlovsky. I can't. This game, it's taken forever. Load, damn it. So now you know what, we can just end it here. Fuck it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.